Alright, so I guess we can just jump straight into it. I'm using Ernie Ball regular slinky strings. It's a pack of 3. Sure, you can get a single pack, a 2-pack, shakur, or you can just go with 3. From the moment I take them out of their packaging, I like to keep them in order so I don't lose place and confuse one of the thinner strings for another. Once you have your 46 gauge string out, which happens to be your low E string in this case, you're going to put it through the bridge, rest it on the saddle, bring it over the pickups, down the neck of the guitar, and rest it on the nut. Alright, and next you're going to slip that E string into the tuning tree, and then grab the knob and rotate it until it tightens enough to where it keeps place. Next we're going to move on to our A string, the 36 gauge. We can forget about the rest for now. They're still going to be in order so we can keep place of where we were. We're going to slip it through the bridge, over the saddle, past the pickups, through the guitar neck, onto the nut, and through the tree. Once we get it through the tree, we're going to turn the knob in the same direction as we did the last string until it keeps its place. The next string we're going to work on is our 26 gauge, which in this case happens to be our D string. We're going to slip it through the bridge and bring it on through, rest it on the saddle, past the pickups, onto the guitar neck, through the nut, and through the tuning tree. Then we're going to rotate the knobs until it keeps its flip in place. Next up, we're going to move on to my favorite string, the 17 gauge, which in this case happens to be our G string. Once you finally have it unraveled, you're going to slip it through the bridge, slide it on through, you're going to rest it on the saddle, through the pickups, past the guitar neck, onto the groove of the nut, and in to the tree. After you have your string threaded through your tree, you're going to grab your knob and rotate it in the opposite direction as the others, or at least I like to, until it's in place. Moving on to our 13 gauge, which in this case happens to be our B string. We're going to take it out of its packaging and then unravel it for 7 minutes and then put it through our bridge. Slide it on through, we're going to rest it on the saddle, bring it past the pickups, past the guitar neck, through the groove in the nut, and then through the tree. We're going to take the knob, and then we're going to rotate it in the same direction as the last string. We're going to rotate it until the string keeps its place, and we are going to wrap it around one time, or at least I like to, for safety. The last string that we need to work on is our 10 gauge. We're going to take it out of the packaging. It happens to be our high E string, kind of important. Once we have it unraveled, we're going to slip it through the bridge, bring it on through, and then rest it on the saddle, past the pickups, over the fretboard, and onto the groove in the nut, and through the tree. We're going to use the knob on the side in the same direction as the last strings until it stays in place. And then, like the previous string, I like to wrap it around the tree just to help keep it in place. Now there are good habits to get into, like cutting your strings, but not yet. If you cut the ends of your strings before you test out the durability of them, they're gonna break. Let's try this again. We got our 46 gauge replacement, and then we're gonna take it out of our packaging, unravel it for 7 minutes. We're gonna put it through the bridge, bring it on through, rest it on the saddle, past the pickup, over the fretboard, onto the nut, through the tree, and then twist the knob until it stays in place. And then we're going to pull on our strings. That's right, pull on our strings. Fresh out of the package, your strings are going to be very taut. So when you have the strings finally attached to the knobs, you're going to want to pull on every single one of them to loosen them up a bit. And then it keeps them in tune when you're ready to tune them, and you'll have to stay tuned for the next video on that. But finally, after you've pulled all of your strings, you can finally cut the tips off. I would leave about an inch or two away from the trees, otherwise it might be impossible to take the strings off if you're trying to replace them. Hint of advice. Thanks for watching.